Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to solo and farm the Heavensward Extreme Primals. Now we're going to be doing this on my main job because if you do this on Blue Mage, you're going to need to be a level 80 and you're also going to need a crap ton of good primal spells to make this faster and efficient with Blue Mage. You can't one-shot them because your HP is way too high, and a lot of these fights have transitions and then you will have to go through all that in order to kill the boss. So doing this on your main is going to be a lot faster. So in order to unlock Bismark and Ravana Extreme, the quest will be right outside Fort Temp Manor. I have a video about that, so I'll make sure to link it down below. Thorin's Reign and Nidhogg's Rage unlocks in the 7th heaven right before going into the Rising Stones in Dhona. Talk to the Warning Minstrel sitting on a stool. For the Warning Triad, you must complete the normal mode, which can be unlocked after you have unlocked Bismark and Ravana. You don't have to complete them, just unlock them. And then he'll give you the tomestones to unlock the extremes, where you'll go to Azaz La to the Ethereal Chemical Research Facility in order to unlock the Warring Triad extremes. I will link the video for that as well in the description down below. So we're going to start with Bismark, Ravana, then Thoren, Nidhogg, Sephrad, Sophia, and Zervan. Note that Zervan cannot be defeated until after he bursts out of his containment bay. Sophia can be defeated before her ads spawn, and Sephrad will have to be killed in phase 2. Nidhogg has, I think, 4 phases: his dragon form, ad phase, Nidstidian form, and then his dragon form again, so that's 4. Thordan is the longest because you have to go through his night phase, and Bismarck can be annoying because after his ad phase is gone, you have to wait a couple minutes for him to do his shtick, and then he'll go do his ultimate attack before coming targetable again. So it will take you some time to farm Bismarck and Thordan, since they are the most annoying of the bunch. Okay, so we're going to start with Bismarck first. So with Bismarck, the first thing you're going to do is walk up to him to trigger the attack animation, the charge, which is going to stun you upon hitting. Once that is done, he's going to spawn his little ads, and basically you're going to kill them for the very first time, and then you're going to activate the generator in the middle. This is going to stop his charge attack from doing max damage to the island, because if you don't kill him fast enough, he's going to destroy the island and then you fail. So that barrier is going to reduce the damage taken. And then once that is done, stand next to the dragon killers to activate them when they are targetable, to chain him to get to the island so you guys can jump on his back. But wait until he crashes into the island, otherwise you'll go straight through him and then you'll die. Plenty of people have made that mistake in the past. So once he crashes into the arena, jump on his back to take out his carapace to expose his core. And then you'll get slinged back into the platform where you are going to have to DPS the ads. If you do not kill one of them, they will tether together and making them kill a lot slower. So try to do as much damage to one of them to kill it before they tether, and then you're going to move on to his phase change, and then he's going to come back and then do another charge. So after he does his ultimate attack, basically verse 2, same as the first. Take out the ads that spawn, but this time he's going to do the caller attack, which is going to take effect of the weather. So the second charge, you cannot do nothing about it, so you're just going to take the hit. So if the weather turns the way it is now, which is rain and wind, you're going to stand in the middle of the arena and wait for the bubbles to appear. Kill the bubbles and then continue standing in the middle. He is going to be doing a knockback, and if you're not in the middle, you most likely will fall off. And then he'll do an AoE where you'll have to be in the middle again to dodge that. Once all that is done, the dragon killers will be coming back online to retarget Bismarck to pull him back, and then you'll be able to target the purple bubble on his back to finish off the fight. And basically that's everything you really have to worry about. If you're not fast enough here, he will do his Baleen bomb, which will disable, and then you're going to have to go through the ad phase yet again and probably another weather attack. But other than that, that is Bismarck Extreme in a nutshell, and he is one of the most annoyingest fights because of the long wait time in between his carapace and of course the add phase. Next is Ravana. Nothing really to explain, just attack with your opener as powerful as fast as you can, and then when he switches over to his sword phase, he takes increased damage. So when you hear Furious as a Blaze, that's where he changes to his blade form, and then he is basically dead within like 30 seconds. This is the fastest and easiest fight of them all, so it's probably the best one to farm as well. Now, King Thordan's first phase is like Ravana, just do as much damage as you can in your opener before he transitions to his ninth phase. I was actually able to take him down right before his name ended, so majority of his HP came off within the first 20 seconds. So right here is where he's going to start sticking his sword into the ground, and then you're going to go into your first set of night attacks. So the first mechanic you'll see is Heaven's Fall Flame. Simply dodge out of it and stand in the tower. You're not going to be able to do this mechanic correctly, so you're going to have to take the paralysis like a man. And then you're going to have to drain Sir Zervan down to basically 1 HP, because the more HP he has, the more his Sacred Cross will do. After that, stand right at the base of the Christmas tree design on the ground to make sure that you dodge all 3 of the Dragoon's spiraling thrusts. Next phase is the Paladin add phase. Take him out to 0 to make sure that you get to the next phase a lot faster. If you take too long, they'll get Sword and Shield Oath, which means that the shield is going to take less damage and Oath will take more. If you don't kill them fast enough, they're going to do Holy Blade Dance. If you're a samurai, use a third eye to get that gauge up on your sword. Other than that, they'll disappear and you'll go to the next phase, which is going to be the Dragoon phase. Basically, just stand there and wait for them to crash down. Not much to say. Next, the Dragoons will do another spiraling thrust towards you. The Warrior will do a growing AoE, and then the Black Mage will do an ice AoE. Dodge all that and get back into the middle for the knockback from the Warrior. After that, you're going to have to take out these meteors one by one while you dodge the Heaven's Fall and, of course, the Earthquake attacks. Other than that, go into a clockwise motion and kill each one, and then, of course, kill in the middle meteor to get to the next phase. So after all that is said and done, he'll come back and then withdraw Escalon from the ground, doing a couple knockbacks, do not get sent into the arena's edge, and then he'll do his ultimate attack. After that, you have a very, very finite time to kill Thordan, otherwise Sir Zervan will take his spear and give you the old Hausherfont treatment, and then you'll get heavily healed, tank busted, and that thing is not tankable at all. Anybody getting hit by that will get like almost 400,000 points of damage to you. So you have just a small window to take him out, otherwise it's lights out. And then you go through the whole thing all over again, and you don't want that to happen. Next is going to be my brew brother, Nidhogg. So he's going to jump pretty early, so try not to use your big bad attacks until after he comes back. So around 89-87% he will jump. His adds, take the one on the left first, and then take the one out on the right. Watch for the shadow dragon in the back. When he rears back, he's going to do a breath attack. And if you're in the same spot when he does that, you're going to get hit, because it's not telegraphed. After that, Nidhogg will basically shout, send you back, taking off your debuff, and by the time he changes, your other debuff will come off. So after the final chorus song is landed, he's going to go into his Nidhogg phase. Do as much damage as you possibly can in this phase to make this a little bit faster, because if you don't, then you're going to have to go through his mechanics. So he's going to do high jump, and then he's going to do soul tether, and then he's going to do Skoggle. If you do it fast enough, he'll jump out of the way, change to Rage Dragon mode, where you must dodge Horde Roar, and also Cauterize. So there goes your Skoggle, there goes the Tether, and then there goes Cauterize. When he comes back, he's going to do augmented, which means you're going to have to eat a stack 3 times. Use any kind of shield if you have it on your kit, and basically DPS him down to finish him off. If you're too slow, he's going to start doing Hot Tail, Hot Wing, and then also do the orbs. But other than that, he should be dead within the next couple of attacks, and Nidhogg is done. Next is going to be Sephrad. Now, phase 1, you must push him to his add phase before he does his double jump, because it's going to be a stack marker with a damage debuff for physical. So your second attack is going to basically kill you. Once he has changed to his add phase, you're going to deal with 3 small adds and 1 big add. Kill the big add first, and then AoE the other 3. You're going to do this a couple times until he is done. Then Sephrad was going to grow into his massive size, and then you're going to go into phase 2, where things can get a little dicey if you get the wrong debuff, or if you're not fast enough or strong enough with your DPS. So in giant phase, you're going to be dodging a giant pillar, which you're going to have to move from your position when you see the ground glow. Next, he's going to give you a debuff, green or orange. You want the green because it's going to help you survive his dhona attack. If it's orange, you're going to have to make sure you DPS him down and kill him before you die. Stand in the orb color of your debuff to make sure you don't die there. And do not stand in towers if you are green. If you're orange, stand in them. So here's where you're going to do his dhona attack. Like I said, if you're orange, you will most likely die if you don't kill him beforehand. Other than that, Sephrad goes down pretty quickly. So for Sophia, you're going to be doing what I like to call the Mega Flare strat, where you must get her to do a mechanic where she has to complete it to get more uptime on her. So around 89%, she's going to summon her sisters to do a copycat mechanic. After she does that, go ham on her. For Thunder 3, stand next to her, and for Arrow 3, use Arm's Length to negate the knockback to get the uptime. And then, of course, she's going to have her sisters do that. So make sure you find which one was Thunder 3 and stand under that to make sure that you keep your uptime with Sophia, and also use True North if you have it. If you're not fast enough, she's going to do the add phase, and then you have to do the add phase and then kill her afterwards. But that's the fastest that you guys can kill Sophia. And I also used baked eggplant as my food to make it a little bit easier. So last is going to be Zervan, the demonic stripper, because he's in a birthday cake containment bay, so he can't get out. So you're going to do exactly what you did with Ravana and do as much damage to him with your opener as humanly possible. Nothing that he does will kill you, except if you fall off the edge. He cannot die in this phase, so you're going to have to poke him when he is done with his phase transition. Other than that, Zervan drops pretty quickly. And that is how you guys solo the Heavensward Extreme Primals. Now, because I'm a samurai, I have the highest DPS of most melee jobs, so other jobs may have a hard time doing this as fast as me. Okay, so be forewarned that I believe nobody can survive Heavenly Heal from Thoren after his night phase, so if you don't kill him before that, we start with the more Echo and then finish him off. So in Idleshire, here at X 5.8, Y 5.2, it will take the tokens that you get and you're going to get yourself a shield at 3 to desynthesize and hopefully get the personal drops for the glamour weapons. Okay? And those are in book number 4, which you can get through white scripts. So for the first couple of primal weapons, you'll be needing Battlecraft Demi-Materia 3. Nidhogg, Sophia, and Zervan require demi-crystals, which you can get to the left NPC of me to get the demi-crystals with Poetics. They're also going to be using the Icon Iron Ingots, treated Camper Wood Lumber, and High Mithril Ingots, as well as their personal drops. You also will need Icon Leather and the cloth in order to make some of these weapons. For Thordan, book number 4, you will be using the luminous fibers to make his weapons, which you're going to need a gatherer and a thorough reduction or bottom of the market board if you like to get these materials, and this comes from your Grand Company or desynthesizing of the blue gear from the script vendor. So the effects on these weapons are pretty cool. So for Bismark, it has a feather and a water type effect. Ravana has butterflies come off his, which is one of my favorites. Thordan is a weak glow to it. It's kind of meh, in my opinion. Sephrad will have leaves and a little bit of an aura come off of his. Nidhogg will come with a dark aura, which is one of my favorites. A little bit of a dark lightning effect too. Sophia will have a kind of a light effect on hers. And Zervan, which is one of my favorites, will have a ice and fire effect with 2 crystals rotating around it. Most of my glamour videos will be in a playlist, so if you guys want to see all of them, I will link those down below as well. And now to showcase you guys all of the mounts. So first is the White Lantern from Bismark. Has little bubbles coming off of it. And it will be phase 4 music, or phase 3 music. Next, the Rose Lantern from Ravana. So you can just barely make out the earth crystals coming off of it, and of course the fire embers. And they'll also have the last phase music. The Round Lantern will have the last phase music as well. Next is the Warring Lantern, which unfortunately has the first phase music. So it's got the leaves coming off of it, because the Orchestrium will have the second phase music, so they had a compromise with that. The Dark Lantern from Nidhogg. Which is the music after he comes down from his Dragon Song dive attack. Or his Star Diver. We have the Sophic Lantern, which will have the music after she comes back from her ultimate attack. Has a little aura around the mount. And then you have the Demonic, which will have a little bit of ice crystals and of course fire embers coming off of it. And also will be the phase 3 music. And of course the big bad in the end, the Firebird. And you get that with the Wandering Minstrel after you get all the extremes. Alright, so that's all the mounts and how to farm them with your main job. If you guys like, maybe I'll do one with Blue Mage, but expect them to have, like I said, almost all of the primal spells to make it faster and more efficient. So good luck on getting your mount as well. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a Patreon supporter, YouTube member, or support me on Ko-Fi. Links in the description down below. And a huge thank you to all my YouTube members, Patreon supporters, and Ko-Fi members. And a huge extra thank you to the members on screen. So until next time, be fit for walking the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead. Take care.